What advice would you give to a company or an individual when integrity, there's been integrity lapse, when something has really gone wrong? And in our era where there is a long digital footprint, it's documented in Yelp or in Twitter or on LinkedIn or on the media. And so the bad decision can live online for a long time. What can people do in that situation?
I think there's a tendency a lot of times to bury it. There's a tendency, it's like, well, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Next question, right? And I think that's the worst thing you can do. I think as a leader, what you need to do is you need to address it head on. You need the self-awareness and the humility to say, you know what, we failed here. We made a mistake. Powerful words that are not uttered enough in the world, I think. But I think an acknowledgement of what was done wrong, where you went wrong, with specificity and with authenticity. Everyone needs to understand that this is not the way you want to operate. And once everyone understands that, then you have to come up with a specific plan to ensure that it isn't repeated. And then commit to getting back on the path. Marguerite, integrity is not about perfection, right? If it required perfection, then no one would have integrity. I think the reality is integrity involves setting that North Star, defining your purpose that is associated with things we all generally think of as good, using your best efforts to always follow that North Star. And when you are short, stepping up and saying you got off track and then recommitting back to that purpose. I think silence on a subject like that is often interpreted as meaning you're not sorry. And that's, I think, a recipe for disaster.